Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's my guy knows a guy. NBA betting today. It is Saturday. It's a great day, actually. It's just been moving around. It's been a really kind of a hectic day. Was hoping to have a chance to relax today. Hopefully, everyone can hear me right now. No background behind me. The Raptors aren't playing. They don't play today. No Scotiabank. They handled business against the Kings last night. Didn't have anything on that game, but yeah, they bounced back. Injury hit job for me yesterday with KD. As you guys saw, Kevin Durant was out shortly after we did the stream. Didn't want to get trapped in the line. They did make a run of it in the second half, but they let the Magic team hang around for the entire half. Different story with the Pacers and the Bucks, actually. With the Bucks, just a straight fourth quarter collapse. No other way around it. The Pacers, you could say on paper, maybe they weren't supposed to win that game with the earlier odds in the game, but they did have a couple of guys activated for the game. And yeah, so it was just tricky. But if you guys were watching the game, it was actually crazy. If anyone live betted, there was a good live betting opportunity in the Pacers game. They were down by 25 points. They lost by 3. Maybe someone got some of their bread back in that scenario. Keep your eye on the odds. I'm gonna keep it brief today. There's a lot going on. I have some college football bets going on right now. Gonna look at some more college football as well just before the NBA games pop off tonight. I really appreciate everyone watching the video and rocking with us. We're going to keep going. So today will be really brief. I'll just give you guys some of my picks. I think someone in the chat asked for some Knicks stuff. Nothing for me really on the Knicks game. I'm going to watch it, though. I'm going to watch this Knicks game. I can look at the board now while we're here, though. How's it going, Dan? I hope you're enjoying your Saturday, bro. Robbie, King Dre. No Raptors background. Akbar, what's going on, bro? King Dre, how's it going? Yeah, let's get it going. Cameron, Robbie, I see everyone. Tesno play. Don, Lorica. Let's try to bounce back in the NBA today, get some better results, have better results with props than sides yesterday. Make sure you join us on Twitter Spaces as well. It's an audio chat feature on Twitter. We get together, we talk about plays. You can hear more stuff closer to game time. So if you're interested in that, come through. Let me pull up the board right now on sportx.bet. Take a second to visit sportx.bet. Sign up, especially if you're outside of the U.S. Sign up for sportx.bet. And send me a message as well. You'll really enjoy the platform. And yeah, let's keep it going. I'm going to pull up the odds right now. We have this Knicks-Rockets game coming on. The Knicks are laying the double digits again, but the Rockets, they have the worst record in the NBA. Let's see what's going on here. Just pulling it up on the screen for you guys. Hit like for me. Okay, so you should be able to see that now. Okay, cool. So we have Knicks Rockets coming on now. The line's actually down to 10.5. I'm not sure if there's any injury news or maybe just some late money coming on this game. Nothing for me here. I'm expecting the Knicks, though, to have a better offensive performance. It seems like I've been saying that for the last 2 games that they've played. This is more of an observational game for me, but they should. I mean, I'm not going to say should. Kevin Porter Jr. is out. I mean, hey, this is your chance to dominate an opponent. But I'm just a bit weary of the Knicks in these early games sometimes. So I've chosen to stay on the sidelines for this one. I did look at Julius Randle over 4.5 assists, maybe. Julius Randle over 4.5 assists. First half for the Knicks. I mean, I'm not taking the Rockets in this scenario. Julius Randle, I can see him trying to distribute the ball a bit more, get people involved, put them in. They need to start running the offense through him again. They've been trying to acclimate Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier since the beginning of the season. Get back to using that engine, Julius Randle, you know. So this is an observational game. Let's see if they can get right. I lean under too. Let's move on to the next one. The Wizards and the Heat. We have Heat on the road -1.5. There are multiple injuries on the injury report in this game for game time decisions and questionable. We have Bam Adebayo, questionable as well for the Miami Heat. The total is 208 in this game. Last game it was pretty close to the total, but there was a lot. It went over slightly last game. I think we're going to get a defensive game tonight. I just want to wait to see if Bam's in the game. If we get Bam in this game, I like the under 208. I think it's going to be the Heat are going to be able to impose their will maybe earlier in the game, you know. And on the Wizards side, you know, the refs were kind of sort of like in the first half, the refs really aided me. I had a Wizards ticket that day. They got to the free throw line at a high rate. It was the only reason that the score looked kind of close in the first half against the Heat. Let's see if they get that same support from the officiating crew tonight against the Heat. I'm a believer in this Heat team. They've made me believe in them over the course of the season so far. But yeah, they're a high-quality team. Let's see if they have their guys. But we're seeing them play different lineups. Different guys on the bench are standing up. I don't see any reason why the Heat don't cover again tonight. I don't see any reason why the Heat don't cover again tonight. And I'm probably going to take the under here at 208 when the game starts, though, if we get Bam Adebayo active. We need that rim protector. It's crazy. This team leads the league in multiple defensive and hustle metrics. Charges drawn, they're near the top in deflections. So this is a team that makes it grimy. They take possessions away from their opponents. So that leads me to incline taking the Heat. And on the road, you're going to see in the regular season, you're going to see them lean on their defense more. So we're going to move on to the Pacers and the Heat. No, the Pacers and the Pelicans, two teams that I despise right now. But I think the Pacers are going to do it in this game. I did not bet that outcome. I'm going to bet them first half, though. I'm going to bet them first half. Chris Duarte is questionable again. I think the Pacers will impose their will first half. Yesterday was a tragedy for Rick Carlisle, for the starters. The bench, TJ McConnell, even Goga Batadze, Jeremy Lamb, they popped off. They were going crazy. They made the starters look really, really bad. Anyone that had Pacers props, people were complaining to me, Pacers props got murked by Rick Carlisle, essentially trusting his bench, which, was the right move. They did cut the lead from 25 points down to 3 points. But this Pacers team, man, they're just so inconsistent. On the Pelicans side, we have Devontae Graham out. They're back at the crib. I can see the Pacers starters coming out with pride in the first half. I would really look, if the Pacers don't win this first half, I would actually look to fade them for the mid to near term. Seriously, because maybe some of the locker room issues from last year have not been resolved. Like, what's going on? Malcolm Brogdon didn't play for, the entire fourth quarter? Miles Turner, Sabonis. They weren't even in the game for the final shot last night. If they don't come out in the first half against the Pelicans team and shoot above average and play pretty good defense, then you know what it is with this team. This is not a game that people have on their radar, but keep an eye on the way the Pacers play tonight and use that going forward. This team, there's something wrong with this team, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting about the game yesterday. How do you feel about that game? How do you feel about the Pacers and the Pelicans as well, everyone? I lean Pacers first half in this one. Celtics last night, big blowout victory in the game when LeBron was activated. Injured star theory with the Lakers yesterday was in full effect. I have a stranger play in this game. I'm taking the Celtics and the Thunder under 52.5 in the first quarter. I'm taking the Thunder. I'm seeing a consistent trend of slow starts for the Thunder. Second night of a back-to-back. This is a team that's in the bottom tier of offense. And I just don't think that this, it's going to be a more sleepy spot for the Celtics. Like, this game may not mean they're not going to come out as fired up as they did against more superior opponents like the Lakers, which they were clearly motivated for. They shot the lights out. They went crazy. I feel like it's going to be a much messier game. I think the total also indicates that. It's dropped to 204.5. I'm going to roll with the first quarter under, though. First quarter under 52.5 for Celtics and the Thunder. Now, the Hawks and the Hornets, it's a pretty high spread given how the Hornets are on a pretty good ATS covering streak. But in this particular matchup, I feel like the presence of Clint Capella is just too much to deny. I lean towards the Hawks covering in this game. I did not bet that at this moment. I did take a player performance double of Clint Capella over 12 points and the Hawks win. I think that has, there's really good synergy between those two plays. I actually played a rare player performance double here. I would not be mad at anyone taking Clint Capella props in this game as well. I've got the Hawks winning this game. I lean towards them covering this game as well. It's the second night of a back-to-back. This Hornets defense is absolutely terrible. They have to put up 120 on a regular basis, like they did last night against a more inferior opponent in the Pacers. So, and then they've turned the corner. Certain teams are trying to play catch-up. The Bucks, the Hawks. These teams are trying to play catch-up. They had slow starts. They're creeping back to 500 in that range. They have, playoff pedigree, championship pedigree. Not the Hawks, but the Bucks. We're going to get to the Bucks in a second. So yeah, I've got Clint Capella doing really well in this game, and I've got the Hawks beating the Hornets, and I lean towards them covering as well. I did not bet that. There's still a bit of time left for this one. We'll see how it goes. For Timberwolves and the Grizzlies, I have a prop in this one. I'm taking Anthony Edwards over on points. Let me see if it's been adjusted. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Let me give you guys the right information. I'm taking an Anthony Edwards props. An Anthony Edwards scoring prop tonight in this game. Hit the like button, subscribe. If you're watching on Twitter, check out the plays, have some other stuff going on. Visit sportx.bet, the amazing platform you see on your screen. There's a lot going on. It's a crypto sportsbook owned by its community. Long-term benefits for anyone that's betting on a regular basis, especially. Check it out. Pulling up the stuff right now for Ant-Man. Yeah, 23.5. I'm taking Anthony Edwards over 23.5 points. So I'm locking that in. The Grizzlies defense, they're racking up results, but their defense is still in the bottom tier today. I won't be surprised if the Grizzlies and the Hornets both lose today, although they have been playing pretty well as of late. Their defense, to me, still has too many deficiencies, and a young, hungry player like Anthony Edwards should attack. I've got Anthony Edwards going over 23.5 points against the Grizzlies. So, just pulling up the rest of the board. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised T-Wolves win. This is a team that also had a really good start, had high expectations, albeit not as high as other teams, obviously with more talent, more experience in the West. But this is a team that, I still think is going to take a leap forward this season. There's just going to be growing pains. There's going to be growing pains, You're at home tonight. You're playing a team that, with the Grizzlies that, they do have one of their better defenders in Dylan Brooks back. But these guys need a rim protector. They need Jaren Jackson to not be afraid to be a rim protector on a consistent basis for them to have any chance to improve on what they did last season. I'm speaking about the Grizzlies in this scenario. All right, we've got the Bucks. I tweeted it out earlier today. I'm rolling it back. I'm running it back with the Bucks today. Cole Anthony is also out. He's been their most efficient scorer for the most efficient scorer for the Magic. I'm taking the Bucks minus 12 in this game. I lean towards the first half as well. And I'm going to sprinkle the Orlando Magic team total under 102.5. They've gone over that total 3 games in a row without Cole Anthony tonight against the stout defense in the Bucks. And then I don't see them going over again today against this Bucks team today. Hopefully the Bucks don't take them lightly. It's a second night of a back-to-back, but they had a somewhat of a late scare against the Thunder last night. Maybe the Bucks will put this one away early. Today. I'm gonna book that. Yeah, good question, Cam. Everyone, I'm gonna book that right when the starting 5 is announced for the Bucks. When the starting 5 is announced and tweeted out by reputable publications on Twitter, I'm going to bet that. So I advise that you wait as well. Could be any last-minute foolery with this team at any second. So just chill for a second. He said his only win with the Pacers was against Utah. They went high caliber that day, bro. They did it for the mob that day. Okay, Blazers, Sixers. Nothing for me in this game. I lean under. Kings, Jazz. I lean Jazz first half in this game. I did not bet that. Follow me on Twitter at MyGuyKnowsAGuy, where if I add a play, I'll tweet it out later on. So far for me, I'm taking the Bucks minus 12. I have a smaller player performance double on the Hawks game with the Hawks winning and Clint Capella over 12 points. And I have another somewhat strange bet on the Celtics and Thunder under in the first quarter, 52.5. I won't be surprised if the full game goes under there. Let's see how it goes. If you're not subscribed to the channel, check it out. It's My Guy Knows a Guy on Twitter, NBA Betting Today. Hit the like button for me. It's pretty late today. The Kings are in shambles. You're absolutely right, King Dre. You bet them. You fade the Kings the next 10 games. You're going to come out on top 70% of the time. Luke Walton is on his way out the door. I have a couple of picks. Also on the prop side, I will add Anthony Edwards over 23.5 points. I like Malcolm Brogdon over 6.5 assists. And yeah, those are and I like Clint Capella's points, but I have that paired with the player performance double. So a couple of props for me tonight as well. Everyone enjoy your day. It's Saturday. Gonna get ready to watch these games. Maybe we'll live bet the Knicks game. I'm gonna open up a Twitter Spaces closer to 7 o'clock. If you're interested, come on Twitter. You don't even have to speak or do anything. You can listen if you want to, or you can come share your plays. If you want to come share your plays and talk with some of the other cappers that are gonna come talk with us, come join on Twitter later on and visit sportx.bet. Get that $1,000 bonus, $1,000 bet credits for anyone that signs up. If you're outside the U.S., sign up for sportx.bet, the crypto sportsbook. It pays you extra crypto over time, bonuses. It's crazy. So check it out. We're gone. See you guys again tomorrow, and I'll tweet out the time of the show tomorrow.